So is that a win for parents? Junior is no longer going to be...
It was a win for my parents when my brother got to stay on the insurance.
Welcome to NewsBeast. I'm Tony Dokoupil. I'm here chatting with Nick Summers and Allison Yarrow. We're taking a deeper dive on yesterday's big Supreme Court decision. Allison, you have a particular take on that.
I do. I'm kind of interested personally in how it affects women because there are a lot of different permutations.
A lot of women in the country, too.
And there are a lot of women in the country who this matters for. So pregnancy is no longer going to be a pre-existing condition. That's a component of the law. There are lots of little narrow things that people haven't noticed. There was an amendment to the law in 2011 that basically it requires companies to provide space and time for women to actually breastfeed or pump milk at work. And that's important, and had they thrown out the whole thing, that would have been thrown out too, and that seems pretty innocuous to me, something that...
Are there any wrinkles in how the decision will play out for women of the female voting bloc for the election? I mean, Obama's already up by a lot there, but is this potentially going to get him even more support there?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I mean, right now he's he's trending in polling. Women are for Obama in the polls. Right. I think younger women too, it's important because we've seen sort of millions of young people who are able to stay on their parents' health insurance until they were 26, which was sort of a new point in the law.
Is that a win for parents? Junior is no longer going to be...
It was a win for my parents when my brother got to stay on the insurance. I think they were pretty relieved.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So under Obamacare, we should actually talk about, do we want to be calling this Obamacare? Isn't there another name?
They've reclaimed it. Sort of Axelrod sent out an email saying, we're gonna take this back. We're going to call it Obamacare.
That horse is out of the barn. I mean, that's what it's called. That's what everyone refers to it as. I think we're stuck with Obamacare.
All right. Well, speaking of horses out of the barn, the news business is changing radically in Europe. Murdoch has split his company, so Fox News and is now going to be one entertainment wing, actually revealing a mistake there. Fox News is not going to be in the entertainment wing; it's going to be in the broadcast wing.
Though we may think that they are in the entertainment wing to start with.
Well, yeah, they're basically splitting up the the money-making divisions of the company and the ones that make less money, I guess we could say. It's all this sort of all the movie interests, the very lucrative paid cable channels, Fox News and others, and then this new company that's going to be created is just the publishing divisions. Dow Jones, which involves the Wall Street Journal, the British and Australian newspapers, and also the HarperCollins book publisher.
Is this another sort of death knell for newspapers, kind of more doomsday?
Well, Rupert Murdoch is positioning, he says he's more bullish on newspapers than a lot of other people are. And
as you would say if you own a newspaper.
Yes.
I'm bullish on old Volvos, and if you'd like to buy one, I have one.
Celebrity CEOs tend to be.
Yeah, and I don't know, Warren Buffett is also buying up newspapers left and right, it feels like. It'd be nice to see a person below 70 buying newspapers, right. But for now, Rupert Murdoch thinks that he says that this new company will actually begin on day one as profitable. It will have more cash than debt, and it's going to be traded at at a pretty low stock price, but it's going to have to stand on its own legs. It's not going to have the entertainment divisions to prop it up.
Can we talk about the massive screw-ups yesterday, now that we have a media expert in the house?
In terms of CNN jumping the gun and saying that media had been struck down.
And Fox, too.
Yeah, that might have been wishful thinking on Fox's part, whereas CNN kind of they stopped reading after a few paragraphs when it looked like they were ruling against the mandate. Yeah, it's hugely embarrassing. There's a really terrific sort of Photoshop job floating around the web right now with that old photo of President Truman holding up the newspaper. It says Dewey defeats Truman. It's Obama photoshopped in there with an iPad, and it's the CNN homepage with the incorrect headline. Yeah, it's hugely embarrassing for CNN. It's one of the biggest calls of the year, and they blew it.
Right, at a vulnerable time for CNN.
Yeah, CNN is sort of trying to figure out what it's about. I mean, they're at their lowest ratings in decades, and their strategy is sort of be the most trusted name in news. And if they blow that, then it's unclear what's left for them.
What's left, I think, is final word. On that point, final word.
Bullish.
Dewey.
Wrong. Thanks for joining us. Until next time. Wait, is that the right?
Nice work.
Okay. Good job.